Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's broadcast here at the SNT series at the old Atlanta Motor Speedway. We're getting ready to go green here tonight. And Jordan Kuntz, your pole sitter, is the one to take us to green. Green flag, and it's our first start here in Atlanta. Caution is out early. Field filing behind the safety car as we, or the pace car. So we'll try and get a look to see what that caution was. This is a little too early. Let's see. Wasn't expecting a caution on lap 1. And that's a little too... There we go, it was the 66. Not gonna show him, is he? No, I don't think so. There it is, there's the crash, you could kind of see it. Let's go back. We gotta get a better look than that. Though is nobody is loading in. Average iRacing issue. Okay, let's go back again. Okay, so here's the start. 66. And the 66 is what I believe. Yeah, he hits it. Oh! And just like that, he's gone in a flash. So now that we actually get a chance to look at it here, not much to look at. So coming off the edge and final bit of turn 2, and all looks rather well, but if we look at a 66 here, let's get a... First, there's the chopper cam. Yeah, he pops off the indent of the wall, tags the 17 of Michael Deitch, collects the 82 as well. And that will be our first caution. Perfect timing as we get ready to go back green again. Jordan Kuntz will take us to green for the first restart here tonight in Atlanta. And as we get going green again, it's a great start for the 99, who leads just over Cole J. Wilson and Cameron Chandler in the 8. So far, this race looking and being quite hectic, as we already have a caution that began on lap 1. Could you believe it? And they're wrecking again. And that's another crash. I was just talking about it. Well, before we spend the whole caution looking for it, maybe we can get a good view of it now. It was the 51, Jamie Lockwood, I believe, or no. Now, kind of a mix of all three there. Oh, and Jim gets involved. James Thurston in the 96. Wow, got pile driven there at the end. Let's go back. Go back at. Oh, yikes. Yeah, so there's a lot of people involved in this. The Asher Bunkley was involved as well. Okay, so here's a start. All right. So off the nose comes up. Asher Bunkley came up off the nose of the 33, collects the 91. Jim with nowhere to go piles into the back. And Michael Deitch again, not escaping caution. And again, the 82 collected as well as the 57. And the 51 up there, you can just see on the left-hand side of your screen behind the ticker involved in it as well. It's Jamie Lockwood. He slides across track. So already another... Oh, Tyler Sievert in the 77 collected as well. So already... chaos. 91 turns the 52 up there as well. So just Rex on top of Rex already. So this race not getting off to such a great start. Let's catch back up with our leader in Jordan Kuntz, and I believe we will be going green next time if my calculations are correct. Yes, we will go green this time by, after numerous amounts of wrecks so far and a lot of fast repairs taken in the first 8 laps of tonight's event. Surely it's going to hopefully get better, but that we can only see as the race progresses. Quick sports updates before we go green. It's the top of the 4th with 1 out. It's the Yankees at the Astros in Houston, and it's a 1-1 tied ball game. As we keep looking, the Diamondbacks play the Padres. They're down 1. It's the bottom of the 7th. Padres up by 4. The Athletics playing the Rangers. They are up 2. And the Pirates up 2 against the Brewers at the top of the 4th. Kansas City Royals up 4 against the Angels at the bottom of the 3rd. And the Cubs are up against the Dodgers 2-0, bottom of the 3rd. The Reds up 3, up 5 against the Tigers, top of the 3rd. And the rest of the games are scheduled for later this evening. Jordan Kuntz is now 3rd restart here tonight. And he leads us back to green. Not a change in the top 5 as we cross the start-finish. Vinny hopefully wanting this to go green. This wasn't one of his better restarts. We saw in the last one he had more separation to this top 3. Cole J. Wilson just closely tucked behind, and Cameron Chandler behind him as well. Matthew C. White in the 88 behind them as well. Vinny Tigner in that top 5 position, hopefully making something happen as well. And we've got another caution. Oh boy. Looks like it's going to be a long night. Let's take a look back. Here's the restart. No, no, no. Okay, so now I can't look at anybody. Great. All right, let's take a look back at it again. Okay, oh, was Jim involved again? Oh, it's the 91 and the 33 yet again. That's Jacob Clarino. And who else is that? I don't know if I can view Jacob Clarino. He's not showing up. Oh, okay, there. There he is. Here we go. Okay, so you're fighting in the middle of the pack. This is 3 and 4. We've had all the cautions seem to be in 3 and 4. All of them have transpired here on the exit. Oh, the 91 slow. That's Jairi LaPlante. And just gets collected there. 13 involved as well. Mason Moretti gets by. And this is another 3 to 4 car caution. You can see Michael Deitch getting hit up the rear end there at the end of that. So a lot of cautions. This will be our 4th. And it's been, if math does me right here, it's been, what? Less than 20 miles? Just not getting off to a hot start here in Hotlanta, as one might say. So, yeah, it's. I didn't think it was going to be this big of a drawback, but oh well. I guess things will change as the lights on the pace car are off, signifying that we will get started here soon. The New York Knicks are up 19, or no, 21. They're up 21 on the, I believe, the Atlanta Hawks. And they're down by 1 win in the series. So a win now would tie it up and send it to Game 5. Well, it's going to Game 5 regardless. But send it into a tie going into Game 5. Better way to put it. We're going green again. Single file restarts being enacted here by the admins. Jordan Koontz, Cole J. Wilson, Cameron Chandler, Matthew C. White, and Vinny Tigner. The same top 5 as we've seen all race. Jordan Hunter looks to make it. He's there just on the inside. See, there he is. Unable to make the move. He says that's out. Good work on Jordan Kuntz so far. It's been a good race. He's led all 15 laps here tonight, and we have plenty more race, many more miles to cover. But already, this is looking to be quite a good start here for the 99. As he tries to extend the gap between himself, Cole J. Wilson, and Cameron Chandler. And the caution is out again. Let's take a look back. All right. So let's see where this caution is. Maybe further back in the pack. Well, let's see. James is 3 wide up there. Oh, maybe my intellect was correct. Nope. No, not there. Did involve Vinny Tigner. He's still up in the correct spot. Did it involve the 67 of Mason Moriarty? No, they're 3 wide. One back here. Well, that's a little confusing. Oh, no, and there's smoke, and I missed it again. Oh, it's the 22? Okay, well, now we have a clearer picture. Let's go back and see. It might have been John Meeks in the 24 car. Here they are exiting 4. Oh, I think he clears himself here. Oh, yeah. Just 3 wide and collects Aiden Donahue again. He's been in nearly every caution tonight. So, as unfortunate as that sentence may sound, clearly, that's just been... Oh, what a miss by the 13 there. Everyone else escapes. But just not clear. Tried to get a little aggressive there, and it just did not quite work out. From our chopper view, you can see there the gap of a rear bumper. That's all good enough it is to turn the 24 around and collect the 82 off the nose of the 56. So John Meeks collects Aiden Donahue and gets involved. I believe that's the 56. But we've got our 5th or 6th caution tonight. Already enacted single file restart, so not much left to go here. Set to go back green and live again. You'll notice an absence from the lead. Where is Jordan Kuntz? He has befallen to 18th. I assume... Well, let's take a look here while we have time. He has indeed. Jordan Kuntz has made a pit stop. So he is the 3rd person and the newest, I'm assuming newest set of tires. Either that or fuel, which probably going to assume fuel in this case. But everyone that is in the top 7 has not pit yet. They are on the same 19-year-old stuff that they've been on since the start. Cole J. Wilson, Cameron Chandler, Braden Hunsinger, James Thurston, and Vinny Tigner your top 5. So, a bit of a shuffle, a bit of change. Things are shaping up and changing up a little bit here. So the 22 of Cole J. Wilson will lead us to green. As he heads to the Echo Park restart zone, we are green again here in Atlanta. Cole getting a good stand on 1 and 2. You can see Cameron Chandler trying to close the gap, and he does. So a great 1 and 2 there for the 8. Let's see what he does with it. So eyeing and trying to make a move around the outside, just wasn't there, but he cuts now back down low, and he'll try to go to the inside here. Cole J. Wilson, he'll be firmly alongside as we enter 1 and 2. Door-to-door racing for the lead here in Atlanta. Cole J. Wilson on the outside, still proving to hold his own against Cameron Chandler, and that charge will not be enough. He'll fall back behind the 22, and it's Braden Hunsinger to make the move, sweeping around the outside, and he'll cut low on the leader as well. Will he get the lead before the front stretch? And he'll be the lead. He makes 2 passes in 1 corner. What a move by Braden Hunsinger, as he will take the lead. James Thurston now moves up into that 3rd position, doing battle there with Cameron Chandler. Falls back a bit as we see this ebb and flow with the top and the bottom lane. The top seems to be faster on entry, and then slingshot down below as you cut to the bottom. That seems to be the way to make a pass, and James has gone from 4th to 2nd, and now the lead in just 1 corner as well. We're seeing some amazing battle here for the lead. It's the 96 and the 00 going at it for the lead. So James Thurston makes the pass in the 96. Cole J. Wilson now falls back to 2nd. Vinny Tigner moves up to 3rd. Braden Hunsinger falls to 4th. And Cameron Chandler falls to 5th. So in just about 5 laps of racing action, we have seen some incredible racing, and it's not over yet. Vinny Tigner now makes a move at the inside of Cole J. Wilson. Peeking on that back left quarter panel. They'll think better of it and slot back in line. The 77 of Tyler Sievert trying to make some moves as well. He looks to the outside of Henry Calhoun. With the 63 and the 77 going door to door. And this is one of the closest battles yet. So the caboose of this top pack, Mason Moriarty here in the 67 machine, he just tails back. He is kind of the caboose of this top pack, the top echelon, maybe you could say. The leader here of this smaller back mid-pack is Asher Bunkley, as he leads over Matthew Weeks and, all importantly, Jordan Kuhn to the 99. Remember, we said Jordan Kuntz made a pit stop, which made him fall all the way back to 18th, and he's already cut up 6 spots and is looking to gain the lead of this mid-pack here, as he's only got 3 more spots to gain before he's in that position. A lot of action going on. Here's a 4-car battle, and a 3-wide move down the front straightaway for the 13. It's an amazing pass by Brandon Monroe. He's currently doing battle with the 91 of Jair LaPlante and the 17 of Michael Deitch as he tries to make a move to his inside, and he will, and get side by side with that 17 machine. Battling here in this backpack as it says we're 3 wide for 18th. Here we will fall back. It looks like the 17 is falling back upward on purpose. The 11 of Matthew Weeks doing battle there with Asher Bunkley. He now takes the lead of the small pack, and you can see, look at the gap as Jordan Kuntz picks up the spot as well. This gap is closing between these 2 packs. You can see there with the head of the charge by Matthew Weeks. That gap is nowhere near what it was before. So was about, I don't know, about a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds down. That gap has fallen to less than half a second at this point. And now as we all go single file, looks to be a move here by Mason Moriarty on the 63 of Henry Calhoun. And this is the battle for the tail end of this lead pack. Look to the inside, couldn't make a move and falls back in line. Now Cameron Chandler in the mix as well. He's up to the outside of the double pivot from Hunter. He'll fall back in line as well. We've got another pass here from Jordan Kuntz. Now he's moved up to the 10th position. And they are really closing in on this lead pack. And by now I'd say that they have closed in. Just doing battle there with the 92 of Asher Bunkley. He makes the pass and now is almost up the rear spoiler of Matthew Weeks as the second pack has officially caught up with the lead pack. And now it's kind of more fun. A bigger general mid-pack. As I believe, let's see, that was Cole J. Wilson. No, he's currently in place. There we go. It's the top two, really. It's James Thurston and Vinny Tigner now having an absolute battle here, a dogfight, as they are within just about a quarter of a second of each other. And it looks to be closing as what a corner there for Vinny Tigner. He gains over a tenth, now almost over two. Really beating James in 1 and 2 there, and now is much closer than he was before. Let's see what he does here on the exit of 3 and 4. Gaining. Will he crack below 2/10? Yes, he will. Will he crack below a 10th and a half? Yes, he will. He'll go back to 2 now. This battle really heating up as Henry Calhoun from this mid-pack battle continues to increase. Henry Calhoun falling back a little bit. Jordan Kuntz makes the pass around the 11 of Matthew Weeks, now looking to pass the 67 and the 63. He'll do battle side by side with the 63. He'll make that move, and so will Matthew Weeks. And now we'll have to do battle with the 67. Of Mason Moriarty, and the 77 of Tyler Seaver just coming up soon. 67 goes by the wall, and is no match for the 99 as he makes the pass as well, and is already looking up the inside, the 77 of Tyler Seaver. So this is incredible stuff that we've seen from the 99 of Jordan Kuntz. Mind you, he started just about, I want to say 14 laps ago, 15 laps ago, he started in 18th. He started almost outside the top 20, and he's now in the top 5. What an absolute battle and drive back to the 99 of Jordan Kuntz. This battle here with James Thurston and Vinny Tigner continues to heat up. Is now Vinny almost below that 1/10 of a second threshold. He gets right up to the back bumper of the 96 of James Thurston. Absolute class of the field is the 96 and the 12. As they lead the field by over 2 seconds. This is just incredible to watch, and it's pure skill laying out on the track in front of us. Now, this battle here, a 5-car battle, and this would almost fits as things intensify. Jordan Kuntz, let's look at this battle here. Going side by side with the 22 of Cole J. Wilson, and I think he certainly makes the move here without a doubt. Someone's scraping the wall. He continues to be side by side. They get mighty close on corner exit, but with that draft from the 8 car, I believe he might have a chance going into turn 1. Cameron Chandler, Eastern Spain, side by side. Let's look at this battle here between Matthew Weeks, Tyler Seaver, and Mason Moriarty now as he goes to the inside of the 77. And now almost a 3-wide battle here, including the 92 of Asher Bunkley. He will slide behind the 67 as Mason just not clear enough yet. They will be side by side. Jordan Kuntz not able to make the pass on Cole J. Wilson. He'll be behind him as well. As Tyler Seaver scrapes the wall. So this is quite impactful battling here, as we see now 4-car battle between the 63 of Henry Calhoff. It's the 56 of Jack Drucker, the Braden Hunsinger, the 00 machine, Tyler Siegel, now the 51 as well. Mason Moretti has cleared this pack, has cleared the 77 and such alike. This battle is beginning to shape up to be quite incredible now, as Jordan Kuntz is able to finally make the pass on Cole J. Wilson, now hunting down the 8 of Cameron Chandler. These battles just increasing all around the racetrack right now. Important thing to note here, Jordan Kuntz, Cameron Chandler, both about 2 seconds off their average pace on that lap. So doing battle and trying to score along with these guys. Who's passing time to our leaders now? 2.5 seconds, the gap between Tigner and our lead pack of Jordan Kuntz as he makes the move on Cameron Chandler. Very even splits for James and Vinny. They're about -1, +1/10. And these guys doing battle are now falling off 2.5 seconds compared to their average lap time. So they are slowing down. That gap is increasing. And it's off the battle. It's an incredible drive here by Jordan Kuntz to go from 18th on that restart all the way up to 3rd on the racetrack. He's now the best of the rest when it comes to the entire field, apart from our 2 leaders, and it is looking to be quite a historic race for the 99. Going back a couple battles back here, that's Kenneth Gorel in the 57 battling with Aiden Donahue. This is the battle for 15th. And those two will stay side by side. Aiden Donahue looks to have maybe gotten the edge over the 57. And he will make the pass in turn 3. Jack Drucker there in the 7th position. Couple spots made up over the 67 of Mason Moriarty. He's doing battle with the 63. Henry Calhoff and Asher Bunkley as well. So all 4 of these guys doing impressive battling, as Jordan Kuntz actually is making up time on our leaders. Actually, I believe he might just be making up time to Vinny Tigner, because Vinny Tigner is slowing down and is falling back further behind James as James continues to increase his lead. But we've got a double-wide 2-car battle here. It's Henry Calhoff and the 88 of Matthew White, and the 67 Mason Moriarty and the 92 of Asher Bunkley. But these guys here really putting on a show, as now falls into the clutches of the 24 of John Meeks. Does the 67. It's a 3-wide battle between him and the 92, and it gets dicey off 4. Really close to clipping the back bumper there, but they stay clean and green. It's now struggling to find a place to pass as Mason looks up around to the outside by the outside wall, and there's nothing he can do, kind of held up behind the 92 of Asher Bunkley. Has to look for someone to go. Will make the pass on the 24 of Matthew Weeks, John Weeks. And that will be 3-wide again with the 92 and with Aiden Donahue! And he makes contact, skates through the grass, but we stay green. What an impeccable save by the 67 of Mason Moriarty and the 82 of Aiden Donahue. They skate through the grass, their car stays clean, and the battle continues. He now does battle with the 51. That's Jamie Lockwood. So focusing on this battle, I've completely omitted the one up front. Jordan Kuntz has caught a second to Vinny Tigner, as Vinny maintaining that gap with James. The 99 is on a roll and is on pace to take the lead in about 10 laps. This is incredible. Vinny Tigner's pace 1.3 seconds off the average. James Thorson 0.2 under it. And importantly, Jordan Kuntz is 0.2 under his average pace as well. So as the tires cool down from all his passing and all his battling, he's regaining the speed he had when he was cutting up through this field. So really impeccable drive here by Jordan Kuntz in the 99. Battling like this is truly incredible. I mean, this is just now down to a gap of just a second. He's caught up another 3/10 and 2 laps. Here's John Meeks doing battle with the 63 of Henry Calhoff. But a lot of mixed bags here on the racetrack. We've got a lot of spread out opportunities, we've got a lot of opportunities to pass. And we've been seeing all of this racing action happen, and it's been pretty incredible to see all the battles around the racetrack, across the racetrack. We've seen so much stuff going on. It's really, and I will say this, it has cleaned up quite a bit. This is absolutely incredible. Jordan Kuntz has caught up another 3/10, so is now just 2/10 behind Vinny Tigner and 5/10 behind James Thurston. He is really starting to dial it up and crank it up now as he is on the charge. It's a piece of masterful driving by Jordan Kuntz to cut up, and now he's in the lead. He's gone from 18th to the lead this restart. Incredible driving from the 99. And now he's pulling away. Look at the half a second in just a lap. He is really gaining and really surpassing the guys up front. So what a battle and what a drive we've seen from the 99 of Jordan Kuntz as he wanders off into the lead. Let's take a look at the battle back here as it heightens. And that is the 56 of Jack Drucker now making a pass on the 96 of James Thurston. They are side by side coming out of turn 3. And now Vinny Tigner in this mix as well has been riding with James Thurston for the entire time of this restart. They've been front and back, the leaders who saw that incredible battle within the first 5 laps, and these two have been inseparable, and now they're being cut up and diced on the racetrack right now. Jack Drucker makes the pass and cuts by James Thurston. Cameron Chandler makes the pass on the 12 of Vinny Tigner now, and is looking to the outside of the 96 of James Thurston. Now, as it gets tight, he may have pushed him towards the outside wall, but we stay clean and green. I believe Vinny Tigner now is hidden. Yes, he is. We have our first pit stop, and it's the 12 of Vinny Tigner. He services his car down pit road. Let's take a look. I think we've got a couple other hitters as well. Let's go back to James Thurston. So crucially and critically, he stays out, so he doesn't pit behind a one-lap advantage over he stays out, and he continues to push on, so the overcut likely for the 96. All this battling going on has really shredded the tires of the 96. Him doing battle with Vinny Tigner up into the lead, and now it's coming back to haunt him a little bit as he's falling back within the order, and I think maybe he should have pitted a couple laps ago, maybe with Vinny Tigner. And right now he is falling to the 00 Braden Hutzinger on the 77 excuse me, the 77 Tyler Siebert has already pitted, so he's unlapping himself. The real battle for position was the 00 of Braden Hunsinger now. And he's doing battle with Matthew Weeks. He'll lose another spot as well. So James really starting to fall down the order. That tire wear beginning to be really an adverse effect on the 96. Let's check in with Vinny Tigner, the man who did pit. And now look at him cutting and slicing up in the field. Actually, I think if I go back to Jim, you can see him starting to cut up in the back of the shop. Let's go back to the 96. Yes, you will. He's actually the car right behind James, as he's lost 2 more spots. And now there is nothing but the 12. If anything, they're behind James. He will probably catch him by the end. Oh, he'll catch him in this corner. And he's going to blow right past the 96. Like nothing ever happened. James slowing. I believe he will pit this time. No, he won't. What is he doing? So James Thurston electing to stay out still after losing this much time. I would assume this has to correlate with maybe the cautions that he was in at the beginning of this race. He might have to stretch this set of tires longer than what he would like. And these are the adverse effects of such a choice. So the battle is going on track right now, really just kind of spreading out a little bit as what we saw earlier. You can hear it in the tone of the engines too, nowhere near as aggressive as they were before. Everyone either pitting, slowing down, saving fuel. There's the 51. A long entrance to pit road for the 51 machine. This works as well. Vinny Tigner up to 14th now, as he is close to unlapping himself. 67 and Mason were already down pit road as well. Michael Deitz just out on the racetrack, so with Brandon Monroe. Jordan Kuntz now is pitting, I believe. No, he's not. I lied. Sorry. So now Vinny Tigner going to blow past and blow the doors off of 99 as he has officially unlapped himself. And so now you have to wonder, when is it time for the 99 to come down pit road? We saw him pit before this. Remember, this stint started on lap 19. It's lap 64 now. So it has been quite some time since he has been down pit road, but I imagine this is all part of the plan to stretch the limited amount of sets that they have. James Thurston falling back to ninth. He still hasn't pit yet either. But mind you as well, key crucial bit in all of this, second and third, Jack Drucker and Cameron Chandler not pitted at all this race. They are still on 66 of their stint so far. I imagine they may be trying to make it a one-stop. Oh, never mind. The Jack Drucker is coming in, and Cameron Chandler is coming in. Look at that, right on the money. On lap 67, 134, not quite halfway, but getting close. So the cautions in the earliest portion of the race moving up the pit stops for everybody by about 10-15 laps, which about checks out. We only ran about 6 laps green. So this is where things start to get a little bit dicey with pit strategy. You wonder now, Jordan Kuntz still on the racetrack, and I presume that he will be for about another 5 laps, at least. If the others went to 66, theoretically, Kuntz could go for another 16. And by that way, he could make it a one-stop. Well, technically a two-stop. But really a one because it was kind of under caution. So now, it really is starting to change up. Matthew White, as well as John Meeks in the mix as well. They all pitted under that caution, and now all 3 of them are in the top 3. Matthew Weeks is just a few laps behind them. He's on that 57. So I believe he pitted at that 3rd caution that we had at the start. Aiden Donahue behind is on pace. He pitted the last caution we had. Same as Brandon Monroe and Roger Seaver. So the furthest up of those who have pitted, Vinny Tigner. He's also the earliest. He's got 13 laps his stint, and Cole J. Wilson behind him, 11 laps on his stint as well. So a lot of stretching going on with this pit strategy here. What an incredible race it's been here so far in Atlanta. We're in the midst of pit cycles, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more racing action here from Atlanta.
Once again, welcome back, race fans, to the World Center of Racing, Daytona National Speedway. As we get set for our second on-track activity today.
Racing requires everything that you've got.
Climbing into NASCAR on Sunday, it feels like you're getting ready to go into battle.
When I hit that ignition switch, that car fires up. It's one of the best things in the world.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Boundless makes its presence felt. It will not be ignored. We're helping turn ideas into reality with a wealth of building products that take every architectural style to the next level. This is what it's like to imagine, build, and transform anything we want into exactly what we seek. This is what it means to be boundless.
We welcome you back here to the wonderful Atlanta Motor Speedway, where things are indeed heating up. Jordan Kuntz has finally decided to make his pit stop as he ends up down pit road. Let's check in with some of the guys behind him. Cole J. Wilson now. He pitted with Vinny Tigner. So he is around Vinny Tigner. He was 2 laps behind him. And so now he has assumed the top 2 position with the number 12 machine as we cut to him squarely in the lead position. It's lap 79 here of 134. And if you've just joined us, it's been an incredible race here in Atlanta. Georgia yet again putting on such an incredible show for the fans at home. Cameron Chandler in the mix as well. Jack Drucker and them pitted just about 12-15 laps ago, a couple laps before we went to ad break. So he is now, I think, 10 or so laps on newer tires than the people in front of him. Let's go down the order really quick. Let's check in James Thurston, one of our prominent leaders, and now he's stuck behind the 77 of Tyler Seaver. Actually, stuck is kind of the wrong word at the wrong time for that. He kind of blows the doors off the 77. But, well, hold on. Maybe this is it's not. Never mind. Anyway, James Thurston now moves up to 6th as he is on his charge back up to the lead. Mind you, though, he is on 14 lap-old tires. But as far as everyone ahead of him is concerned, he is on the freshest set. So this could pan well for the 96. However, you gotta wonder if those 10 laps are really going to mean much in the 13-12 second gap he has to Vinny Tigner, whom he was battling with before Tigner pitted about 10 laps earlier than James. And so another thing too is to cut and look at Jordan Kuntz. 4 laps, just 4 on his tires. And let's rock off some of the numbers of laps people have tires in front of him. Let's see, 41, 25, 34, 16, 27. He has considerably fresher tires than everyone else. This may be an ultra plan, and he's not that far behind. Mind you, James Thurston has, at this point now, 17 laps on his tires. Kuntz has 11 laps less, and the gap between he and James is just about 5 seconds, maybe 4. That's half the amount of time the gap is to... Wait, whoa. Half the gap to Tigner is to James as it was before. But you gotta wonder if that pit strategy call by James just maybe wasn't the right call. Well, we'll see, but he's still 12 seconds behind, and he's not gaining as much as you'd think on the 12. Mind you now, Gordon Kuntz is only 4 seconds closing behind. Now made up another position. He moves to 6th. Blows the doors off the 77 of Tyler Sievert now and is rocketing towards his only opposition of Kenneth Gorel and James Thurston ahead of them, which are now 10 seconds behind Cole J. Wilson. So a bit of issues with the ticker. I believe he's still 12 seconds behind Vinny Tigner. So in the battle where it matters. But if you're wondering just how much of a tire advantage Jordan Kuntz has while only being 12 seconds behind the leader, where the position James was just about 8 laps ago, he has over half of the life left on his tires compared to James, compared to Cameron Chandler, compared to Jack Drucker, and almost triple the life of Tigner and Cole J. Wilson, and almost quadruple Kenneth Gorel. So it's only a matter of time, really, in this instance, that I'd say, before Jordan Kuntz takes the lead. He's now lessened the gap between himself and James, which are both catching Tigner at this rate, by half. A few laps ago, it was 6 seconds, and now it's barely 3. And on that note, James has only gained 2 seconds to Tigner. So in the amount of time it's taken James to gain 2 seconds on a much bigger gap, Kuntz has gained more in the same time on an already less amount of gap between. So this is really panning out well in Kuntz's favor. Vinny Tigner alone at the front of this field so far. Cole J. Wilson about 2.5 seconds behind him. There he is at the top of the screen doing battle with Cameron Chandler. Both those guys have a considerable amount of laps on their tires, except Cameron Chandler that has 22 compared to the 31 from Cole J. Wilson, and is kind of, well, from what it looks like here, kind of struggling to pass the 22. He peeks his way to the inside. He'll be door to door by the time they get around to the corner exit. And will he be clear? He smacks the wall. Cameron Chandler will make up that position. He will pass the 22 and move up to second. Important pass as far as strategy-wise there for Cameron Chandler. He makes the move on a 10-lap fresher tire. But this battle doesn't seem to be quite over yet. There's a few last-ditch attempts. And Cole J. Wilson won't matter. In the battle to catch Vinny Tigner, James Thurston has kind of stagnated, only gained a second. Whereas Jordan Kuntz has gained another 2 on the 96. You can see when the camera turns around in the back of your shot, you'll see, and you can actually hear in your right ear, down the backstretch we'll get the best shot, but you'll be able to see just how close Jordan Kuntz has come. There he is. And as a matter of fact, to the back bumper of James Thurston. So really interesting strategy call here by James. I'm not sure if I totally agree. So we'll have to see where it ends up for the 96, but I assume unless he gets to the caution, not well. This right here is one of the most important strategic passes we have been waiting for all night. We waited for Kuntz to be able to get up to a position where he was ready and able to pass the 96 after his eventual pit stop, which he took longer than anyone else, but it paid off in dividends now, as he has over 20 lap fresher tires than Vinny Tigner and has closed that gap at a tremendous rate, much faster than James, and at this point, faster than Jack Drucker. So taking and biding his time as he comes up to the back bumper of the 96, this is one of the most important battles on the racetrack. Now, along the outside goes Jordan Kuntz, and he spares no time as James actually makes another pit stop. My, I am shocked. Color me pink. James Thurston back down pit road. So this battle now resting on the hands of Jordan Kuntz to try and make up that time, and he's wasted no effort. Already gained another second. Which, that's fairly unbelievable, but right now, Vinny Tigner is in the prime position to hold comfortably the lead. However, you gotta wonder, because of how late Kuntz made his pit stop, does he have enough to go to the end? Let's see, there are 38 laps remaining. And he went pretty handily. About, I think, 66 to 68 laps. Let's do the calculations here. We'll round it up. 58. I think he's handily got enough fuel, and you really have to start to wonder, what kind of implication does this have on the thoughts of Vinny Tigner and Cameron Chandler, and as well as, say, Cole J. Wilson? All these guys are going to have to, without a doubt, pit again. I mean, they're on 42, 31, 40, and lap 30 of their stints. And Jordan Kuntz has just cracked 20. Jack Drucker down pit road. So they're going to start falling one by one now. This may be an absolute genius call by Jordan Kuntz here. As you see James Thurston there at the back of the shot, this may be just to save face and get some points here. Critically, mind you, I haven't mentioned this all race. No show for Chase Schaffer. We want to congratulate him on his efforts now. He is currently testing his street stock at Flat Rock Speedway. He just came back and ran the first open test session of the year and hopes to make a charge for the championship there on a real track. So congratulations to Chase Schaffer in his efforts to continue his real-life racing career, as I believe he will just be getting home here in the next 30 minutes or so. But no show from him tonight means that the points lead is going to shrink tremendously. Even if they have a drop week, it's going to be scary that points lead is going to cut down so much for Chase. He still has a very good shot and chance to win the championship, but the consistency was his biggest key in order to winning this, and so this one race may throw into the hands of a championship attempt to other people within the league. So Vinny Tigner and Cameron Chandler now both filed down pit road, and this is the key and most pivotal point of this race. Jordan Kuntz reassumes the lead with 23 laps on his tires. And these two are banking on the fact that they will have a better advantage as Cameron Chandler gets out just ahead of Vinny Tigner. He takes and makes up that spot. Here comes James Thurston on the front stretch, as well as Jack Drucker and Henry Calhoff. And there is the all-important Jordan Kuntz. They have an entire lap as Kuntz is probably unable to withhold the 12. Yeah, he's not. Look at that speed difference. But he has to now gain an entire lap on Jordan Kuntz in just 33 laps of action. Is it possible? Oh, excuse me, 31. 31 laps of action. Is it possible? You have to wonder. So running the calculations again. Currently, Jordan Kuntz has 25 laps, his tires and his fuel. As he crosses the line now, there is exactly 30 laps to go. That's 55 laps, an overestimate from my estimate before. He should have enough to clearly make it to the end. A little bit of saving here and there may ensure some better life on his tires and some better fuel economy. But by all means, should he absolutely be well and clear of the attempt to go and just outclass the field right now, as he has done. 7 seconds to Matthew White. You just go down the list, and it's 19 seconds to Aiden Donahue, 22 to John Meeks, then another 23 to James Thurston, 23 again to Cameron Chandler, another 23 to Brandon Monroe. Then it's Vinny Tigner, and then all the lap cars, 10th on back is lap. And you have to, it's really going to come down to if they can mount a big enough charge to try and catch the 99. Now, if Jordan Kuntz kind of saves his stuff a little bit right here, this may work out in his favor. He cools down the tires, he causes the least amount of wear, he saves enough fuel. By the time the others have pushed their tires off to the edge, they're going to be boiling, they're going to be scuffed, they're going to be worn. Jordan Kuntz may have a chance to equalize the effect and try and hold on. As we wait for the laps to tick by here in Atlanta, we will be right back. We're going to see Jordan Kuntz and them do battle in here just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Boundless makes its presence felt. It will not be ignored. We're helping turn ideas into reality with a wealth of building products that take every architectural style to the next level. This is what it's like to imagine, build, and transform anything we want into exactly what we seek. This is what it means to be boundless.
Welcome back to the action here from Atlanta Motor Speedway in Atlanta, Georgia. With just about 20 or so laps to go, things are heating up. Jordan Kuntz now with a 7-second lead over Matthew C. White. And it's getting to be some sort of a slugfest for the guys behind. Cameron Chandler, 15 seconds. Jack Drucker, 17. Vinny Tigner, 18. James Thurston, 20. So some of these guys have gained a lot, and some of these guys have gained very few. And now we've lapped up to 9th place. So now the lead lap consists of only the top 8 drivers. This will have been a remarkable performance for Jordan Kuntz if he can truly pull it off. It's just such an incredible sight, really, to see such strategy come down to such a thing like this. I have to take, I have to kind of take a step back because I wondered if him pitting at that point in the caution, if that was kind of necessary. And now I clearly see that that was probably the right thing to do. I mean, right now we're gonna just see how it all plays out, but Matthew C. White is just going on the backstretch as Jordan Kuntz is exiting turn 4. There's still a mountain to climb, and Jordan Kuntz is keeping pace with Matthew C. White. They're not, losing an egregious amount of time. They're not gaining an egregious amount of time. It's been fairly kind of tug of war, kind of gritty. It's been back and forth, but fairly equal. And as we look, Vinny Tigner now realizing this may be the battle and the position for the race, as he might be doing battle here with Jack Drucker and slowing down both their chances of trying to catch up. But like I said, going a full lap, about 30 laps, that seems a bit egregious, especially with how quick the tire fall off here is at Atlanta. And you would think that opens up more of a chance for Tigner to make a chance at Kuntz, but where that falls apart is that if the wear comes on too strong and too quick, then it just completely ruins the chance of a long-form run like this. And it seems counterintuitive, but think about it. If you have a more balanced tire fall, then it would make sense to do something like this, to go, a bit longer and then try and make up that time again. If he wasn't as far, it would also make much more sense if, the gap was a lot closer. But I don't think it's going to work out that way. And now Jordan Kuntz has gained another second on Matthew White, going from 6.9 to 8.1. He's now right behind the lap car, Henry Calhoun. So it really is coming down to who picked overall the absolute best strategy. Right now, all fingers point to Jordan Kuntz as the fleece of the field, because what he has managed to do is pretty incredible, really. And so, as we wind down the laps, as we get ready to kind of go on with this evening, let's take a look at some sights and some sounds inside some of these cars. As we head now into the final 4 laps, what has been truly an amazing long-run race, we saw, even with those few 4 or so cautions that we had at the beginning, about the first 20 laps or so, it has panned out to something unbelievable. Kuntz now is just a minute and a half away from sealing one of the most incredible comeback drives I have ever seen. An absolute genius on a strategy call. It's just incredible. I mean, he took the risk, he took the gamble when that 4th caution came out at the start. And he fell back all the way to 18th position. And he had to work that entire stint, work back up to the lead, and once he got it, he never looked back. He was able to clear the field by, I think in the end, about 4 seconds was the gap between him and the next closest driver after he had assumed the lead. So this has been one of the most remarkable strategy calls and remarkable drives that I have ever seen. Truly one of the great drives of SNT. He did something incredible. He was able to cut through and make up all those positions when time mattered most, and he was able to get through cleanly. He has not been involved in an incident. He was our pole sitter, so he has by far led the most laps here tonight. He was on pole, and while he maybe wasn't in the lead for the entire portion of the race, as the white flag flies here in Atlanta, Georgia, Jordan Kuntz makes his final lap around the circuit. An incredible drive for the 99 team, and what a stroke of genius it was to pit when they did. Coming through turns 3 and 4, the 99 of Jordan Kuntz does the impossible. Comes back almost 20 positions in 100 and so laps. The 99 of Jordan Kuntz is a winner in Atlanta, Georgia, in the most remarkable and astounding way possible. Unbelievable. What an absolutely incredible win. Genius strategy call and absolute perfection. I can't say any more. Jordan Kuntz deciding to keep it classy. He will park it on the front stretch. Well, what an incredible win it has been, and what an incredible show that he has put on. Let's take a look at your results. Jordan Kuntz escapes Atlanta with the win by a margin of 10 seconds, almost 11. And then it's Cameron Chandler, Matthew White, Jack Drucker, Vinny Tigner, James Thurston, Brandon Monroe, Eden Donahue, Asher Bunkley, and Kenneth Gorel, rounding out your top 10. Henry Kelhoff, Zane Raymond, Tyler Sievert, Cole J. Wilson, Jamie Lockwood, Michael Deitch, John Meeks, Braden Hunsinger, and Roger Sievert the men who finished on the racetrack. Matthew Weeks is the first of the 6 drivers that did not finish the race. Mason Moriarty, Jair LaPlante, Jacob Clarino, Ashton Miller, and Paul Bogenson Jr. is the last person to not finish out tonight's event. But what an absolutely astonishing win by the 99 of Jordan Kuntz. Interviews and more coming up very shortly. We'll be right back.
Boundless makes its presence felt. It will not be ignored. We're helping turn ideas into reality with a wealth of building products that take every architectural style to the next level. This is what it's like to imagine, build, and transform anything we want into exactly what we seek. This is what it means to be boundless.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Once again, welcome back, race fans, to the World Center of Racing Daytona National Speedway. We get set for our second on-track activity today.
Racing requires everything that you've got.
Climbing into NASCAR on Sunday, it feels like you're getting ready to go into battle.
When I hit that ignition switch, that car fires up. It's one of the best things in the world.
We welcome you back here to the wondrous Atlanta Motor Speedway, where we've just wrapped up one of the most impressive races that I have seen in a long, long while. It was an absolutely impressive drive by Jordan Kuntz, something like I haven't seen yet before. Let's get a word with our race winner, Jordan Kuntz. What an incredible performance you put on tonight, and what an absolutely amazing and genius strategy call. Run me through your performance tonight.
Through my head what the strategies would be. I know last season I won this race on a really long green flag run and that race also had cautions at the start of the race, so I was thinking strategies in practice and what would happen if there were cautions at the start of the race. And I said to myself, I'm either going to be pitting every 45 laps if it goes green from flag to flag, or if there's cautions. If there's a caution at or around lap 20, then I'm going to pit. And that's exactly what happened. Ended up being a caution on lap 17, pitted that lap, and knew I was able to make one pit stop for the rest of the race and be good. It was I guess to some genius, but for me it was a bit really pre-planned. And just able to manage the tires really well throughout that entire race, a lot better than I ever thought I would be at managing tires. I was as quick as people on 20-lap newer tires, something that doesn't happen very often with me, but it was a very nice feeling. It's very nice to win a race in this dominant of a fashion. Winning by over 10 seconds is something that doesn't happen very often, and something that I'll remember for a while.
Yeah, I think when it all came down to it, that strategy call at the end of those about 4 or 5 cautions we had at the beginning of the race really proved to be one of the most important strategy calls I've seen in a while. We got off to a rocky start this evening, but it turns out that by the end it cleaned up rather well after those few cautions. Do you think you can explain why it was so rocky in the beginning?
I think it's just people getting used to, of course, this car had a big update like a month ago, so I think it's people getting used to driving a really tight car, being around 20 cars at the start of a run was also maybe some people are not used to that and just trying to get used to how the car handled in dirty air. But ultimately, it played into my hand very well, so I'm not going to complain about all the cautions at the beginning.
Well, I really don't have any words for the performance tonight. I mean, I'm completely blown away that not only that strategy actually worked out in your favor, but it worked out as well as it did. I mean, to win with a 10-second gap, I kind of said it on the broadcast that I wasn't expecting them to go a full lap and catch back up to you and pass you within 30 laps. So I think the race was pretty much decided by that point, but it just really impressive performance here tonight.
Yeah, thank you. That's all down to everyone at Premier Concrete Solutions for being able to sponsor me and being able to put this car in victory lane. Everyone at Chevy, all my grandparents' parents for supporting me. Russell with his bit of a setup call, making 14-1 instead of 12-1. I think helped a lot on tires. Isaiah, Ezra, everyone else who helped me get here, and hopefully we'll be able to put on this performance again next week, make it more dominant. It would be nice.
Well, once again, congratulations on your performance tonight. Absolutely stellar, and I think one of the drives in SNT history. So again, congratulations. Thank you so much for your time, and hope all goes well and you continue this momentum into next week.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for the broadcast.
Absolutely, anytime. The voice of your winner, Jordan Kuntz, now as we get to speak with second place, Cameron Chandler. You join us here in the broadcast booth this evening. I mean, as far as everything goes, very impressive performance to manage to come up second, as we kind of already knew because of strategy call who the winner was going to be. But again, impressive performance through those last, I think it was almost 100 laps we went green. Tell me how you managed to go through all that.
I don't really know. I just kind of put my foot to the floor and prayed to the mat grab. And suddenly that second run, we just were really fast. We ran down Jack from 2 seconds and flew past him. And then I thought for a split second we would have a chance to run down Jordan. And we got Matthew, but Man, I don't know what was in that 99 car. I think I should have pitted with him under that one of the 50 cautions at the beginning of the race, but yeah, it's nice to get that long run to the end and get second. I don't know how bad our point situation is, but hopefully we can gain some spots.
Well, honestly, just absolutely incredible performance from a lot of you guys here tonight. And it was really kind of a struggle at the beginning. Kuntz didn't really have an answer for me. So about, what was it, 4 or 5 cautions we had at the beginning of this race. Why do you think it got off to such a rough start?
I'm not going to say what I actually think, but people just they just want to push at every point in the race, and they don't really know what they're doing enough and just run into people and direct people. And it's unfortunate it's happened every single race so far this season. Last season, even 2 seasons ago, this league was probably the cleanest league on all of our racing. You could probably go to Martinsville and run the entire race screen, and with some of the guys we have now, you just can't do that anymore. So it's unfortunate because it really decides a lot of the strategy. I know one of the races, Vegas, especially because that's the one I won that race purely off of all the people wrecking. And if that didn't happen, I probably would have finished 4th or 5th. And I think we went to Chicagoland this season. That was the same situation, and it's unfortunate. I wish we could get a lot more green flag runs, but at least we got one to end off tonight, and hopefully next week will be the same.
I was going to say I was talking with Kuntz off of his wonderful performance this evening, and what a strategy call. Actually, I forget my other question. I want to ask, how did you think that Kuntz's strategy was going to work in the beginning? I will say I had my doubts.
I mean, I did. I don't know if he took tires or not, but I did like the call, but it's just I tried it last time when we went to the SuperSpeedway Atlanta, and they kept wrecking, so I had no faith in the field on continuing to run green. And of course, when I decided not to pit, that's when they stopped wrecking. So hats off to Kuntz. He's one of the fastest in the league. I'm pretty sure he's a 2-time champion for a reason. He went on a great strategy, and even still, he saved his tires incredibly. He flew through the field on what I'm pretty sure was the same tires as everyone, and gapped everyone by a full second. So rightful winner, even regardless of all the pit strategy from the yellows coming through. And yeah, everyone's gotta try to be better and beat him next week.
Yeah, so strategy really the most important call tonight. What do you think your chances are if you continue this momentum in the upcoming weeks?
I have no idea where we go next. I know we have Wilkesboro coming up. I'm pretty excited for that one. So I think a few of these races we have a chance to win, especially with how we were tonight and throughout most of the season. But for the championship, I have no faith at all. We're really far back. The New Atlanta, we got wrecked several times, ended up upside down at one point. So we got put in a pretty big hole from that, and I don't think that's going to be recoverable. So we'll see if we can go win and try to have some fun.
Well, once again, congratulations on your second place finish here tonight. Thank you so much for your time. Is there anyone else you'd like to thank, or anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, thank you to my team Chevy Motor Club, all the guys on it, Matthew White, Cole Wilson, whoever else was in this race, I don't even remember. Easton Technical Design, Firestone Painting, Leadfoot TV, all those guys. And Vinny Carter, FTN Broadcasting, everyone that puts this league together. It's always fun coming here, and looking forward to next week.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and hope all goes well next week.
Yep, thank you.
Pretty great words and pretty thoughtful words there from Cameron Chandler. And we get a no third place interview. Jack Druckers. We'll speak to the next man up after, from Matthew White. We'll speak to the next man up after that. Jack Drucker, you joined us here in the FTN broadcast booth. Impressive performance to finish 4th here this evening. Almost had 3rd on Matthew White. Kind of explain to me, run me down how you went along those last 105, 110 laps or so that we went green.
That was 105 laps? Holy cow, I didn't realize it was that long of a run. Kind of refreshing the last few weeks. It's nice to get a long run. Definitely the first stint, trying to back up saving tires. Had some really, really good pace doing that. And then the way my pit strategy and like kind of, I think Cam was on the same strategy, Vinny was on the same strategy. Like it kind of broke into 2:30-ish lap runs there to close out the last 2 little stints of the race. And the way I kind of set up my car and the way I planned on driving it, I felt like I had to work on my long run stuff. And then when it turned into 2 shorter runs, right? Like 30 laps isn't really short, but shorter compared to 60. Didn't really have the raw pace of Cam, and then I was kind of able to just hold up Vinny. And yeah, credit to Jordan and Matthew, because that strategy was really good, trying to pit there in the caution cluster to get their fuel windows right. So hats off to them, hats off to Cam, because he had some wicked pace, and it was fun battling Vinny there down the stretch. So yeah, I don't know. I preferred the car to be a little bit looser, and obviously we're still fighting through the aero balance changes that were made as of late. So we'll see. We'll keep fighting, but it's been a difficult season for sure. So it's refreshing to get some stage points and finish P4.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't really have as much confidence as I should have in Kuntz's strategy there to pit on. I think it was the last caution that we had. I think it was our 4th restart. I didn't really have as much confidence. I didn't know if that strategy was going to work, but clearly my mouth was closed by it in the end. So, but really impressive nonetheless to go. I think the final count was like 110 laps or so that we went green. And so, what do you think, coming off the momentum of this week, what do you think next week is going to look like for you?
I think we're going to Wilkesboro next week, if I'm not sure. And honestly, I've ran 1 race at Wilkesboro because I bought it for Truck League 5 minutes before the race started. So hopefully try to get some laps here in the Xfinity car and understand what I'm getting myself into. But I don't know. I think if we can get a clean race, long run, clean race, I think we'll be okay. Have some pace. If it turns into cautions, which you never know. You hope it's not going to happen, but you never know. We'll see what we got. Because at that point, it's going to be a little bit of a crapshoot on like who gets on the right tires. Does it go green long enough? Do you end up with somebody on your hood? So let's hope those things don't happen. But for right now, it's just I'm going to appreciate Atlanta, appreciate some good momentum, getting the ship righted, and we'll go into next week and try to do a little bit better.
Any thoughts of a possible chance for a championship this season, you think?
I gotta look at the points and see how close we are. It's been such a up and down season personally in terms of having good cars that should finish top 3. And I know California got turned early and then we didn't have a caution, so gave up probably a top 5 and finished 17th. New Hampshire spent on pit road and took probably a car that should have finished 3rd and finished 11th. So it's kind of Las Vegas had some contact late in the race that derailed a good finish there. So kind of just adding up moments like that. You can see it coulda, woulda, shoulda, but that's racing, right? You never know how it's going to go. And I don't know. I'll see when the points get published here how close we are to a championship, but we'll just see how it goes. Because if I am in contention for a championship, like within, say, I don't know, 20 points, right? I consider myself fortunate to be in that spot. So at that point, right, it's a new season. 3-race season, go get it.
Well, congratulations on your 4th place finish here tonight. A very good drive from yourself. Is there anything else you'd like to say or anyone else you'd like to thank?
Thank you guys at FTN. I know you got a lot of leagues and a lot of people to cover and broadcast, so we appreciate you making it happen. So thank you, Alex, for coming out here and broadcasting us tonight. Thank everybody out there watching. Good job to the field for getting it straightened out in around 110 laps there. And I think my mentor, Tom Shermanek, he stayed up a little bit late to try to watch the race tonight. So I'll give a shout out to him and my family as well. So appreciate y'all, and go get him next week.
All right, well, thank you so much for the kind words, and hopefully that momentum carries you into next week.
Thanks so much. Have a good night.
You too. That was Jack Drucker. He finished 4th, and now I want to get a word in with the man who finished in 6th this evening. James, I gotta wonder, what was your call on that strategy there? I'm a little baffled, really.
What are you baffled by?
Well, I'm baffled as the fact as to why you didn't pit with Tigner. What?
I didn't think my right front was gonna be as bad as it was. I mean, I got the meatball flag and I pit. I don't know. The car just sucked tonight. Like iRacing sucks. They can't build setups.
I was hoping you were gonna give me a better answer than that.
I mean, I don't really know what a better answer I can give you. I can't drive the car. The right rear was at 69 and the right front was at 0. I mean,
Oh
there's
my
no
God.
amount of saving that's gonna protect you from that. I mean, it's just a terrible, terrible job that iRacing did on this setup. They don't know what they're doing with this stuff.
Obviously, James very unhappy with the setup you were given tonight. I saw you were involved in one of the early cautions that we had this evening. Any cause do you think you could pin to the 4 cautions in a row that we had at the start?
I don't know. I mean, it all started because I hit the wall in qualifying. That's why I was even back there. I just gotta stop not setting lap times in qualifying, because those people are gonna be there each and every week, and when you're back there with them, they just are gonna keep wrecking each and every week up until about lap 15 or so, when they finally run out of fast repairs and they're gone. So you can't come from the back in this league. It's just if you start from the back in this league, you're at least using one fast repair, if not both, out of the race before lap 20. And in this case, I was just trying to save an extra set of tires by not taking one when I took my fast repair, because they wrecked on lap 5 or 6 after another wreck had already happened. But what's the point in learning to drive this car when you can just go out in the leagues and just wreck for dead last at the start and leave? I don't know. I don't know how that's fun for anybody. I would rather just not even get iRacing at that point and just go do something else with my time.
Yeah, they wrecked on lap 1, then they wrecked on lap 5, lap 9, and then lap 12, something like that. There was a bit of a gap between the 3rd and the 4th caution that we had. But going on that about 110 or so lap run, what was going to be your original strategy? Because you didn't pit during the caution, and obviously Kuhnsen, I think there was one other guy that did. But what was going to be your strategy if the race had gone maybe to what your plan was going to be?
Yeah, I mean, the plan was to get one more yellow in, then pit, because I needed to hit my number of about 30 laps on tires. But, I thought the car was going to be much looser than it was. Early in the runs, it seemed like it was kind of loose, and then it just got really, 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 really tight. But I just didn't get the caution that I needed, and then it never came afterwards. So at the end of the day, I still didn't finish that bad, but I don't think I got stage points either, so I'm probably not doing that well in points. It's probably over for me in the championship. Just, I don't know, man. It just sucks to lose a championship because of the first 15 laps of a race. Just absolutely ridiculous.
Hold on. No show from Chase tonight because it's his first test Flat Rock Speedway. But there's a chance. I mean, you finished 6th. That's not terrible. You could have finished worse.
I mean, I would have to look at the points, but I'm pretty sure I was pretty far behind a lot of people, so I doubt it's going to happen.
Keep your chin up. You still got a few more races left. This is not the end. There's still 3 more races left. We head to North Wilkesboro next week, and then it's Charlotte and Legacy, Texas. So maybe you could finish out the season strong with a few more good finishes.
We'll see. We got to qualify well, or at least qualify at all, and then just stay out of crashes. I think we'll do okay if we do those 2 things.
I think tonight probably could have gone a little bit better. I know it wasn't the finish that you were expecting, but still a good enough performance to come home in the top 6. James, is there anything else you'd like to say or anyone else you'd like to thank?
Yeah, just thanks to Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports. I know that I'm not the best on this entire game, but I think that some people need to stay off of it if they're going to just wreck in the first 15 laps of a race. But that's just my opinion.
Seems that sentiment is.
I mean, if you don't know how to turn at Atlanta, you're gonna crank the wheel all the way left because you don't know how grip works in a car. You can stay off the game, please. I don't want you on the track with me.
Well, I think a fair statement in that regard, James. But obviously not the finish you were expecting. But chin up for the next 3 weeks or so, because I think you still may have shot with Chase not being here. But thank you again for your time this evening. Congratulations on your 6th place finish, and hopefully momentum can carry you into a better finish next week.
Yeah, thank you for the broadcast. You should get trading pains.
I do. It's open. I can't explain. I don't know. It happened
It's because it's not connected to the account you're on.
Well, somebody could have told me that. I didn't.
I thought you knew.
I didn't know. If I had known, it would have been fixed. Genius. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. Well, if David's not here next week, I've gone down to the root of the issue and we have figured it out. Very useful information now that I'm receiving instead of could have been helpful to know this. It's been a while since I've kind of done this, so it's a bit of a kind of, clearly I've forgotten how to ride a bike. But thank you again for your time, James, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
Some wise and some funny words there from James Thurston in the 96 machine. Well, what a race it has been this evening. Truly an incredible one here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. And I think that coming up in the next few weeks, we have quite the event. We have North Wilkesboro will be coming up in just a few weeks' time. I want all of you guys to stay tuned and make sure you tune in next week as we go to North Wilkesboro Speedway. A short track action. It's sure to be a fantastic and fun-filled event. There will be cautions, there will be wrecks, there will be spins, and all of the above. Tonight's action was brought to you by the FTN channel. Thank you so much, viewers at home, for watching tonight's event. And if you have any other questions, you can go ahead and... it's not popping up. Oops. If you have any other questions, you can continue to scan the QR code on your screen currently, as that will give you all the information as far as FTN, our broadcasts, and the leagues that we cover. So if you have any other questions, scan the QR code on your screen right now. Or if you'd like to join the iRacing sphere, you can scan this QR code and join the iRacing universe with all of us on it. We all thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you all. We hope to see you all next week. I have been Alexander Balderas. We thank you so much for your viewership and your patronage here tonight. We all hope to see you next week at North Wilkesboro. Take care and drive home safe and have a safe night. Thank you, everyone.